And welcome to another edition of the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, your host. Today we got a lot in store for you today as we stream across all the platforms. We're going to talk about the undoing of New York nightlife's lawyer king. In fact, a sad story, but we're going to talk about it because I do think it's very important. We're going to talk about these types of people are the secret superheroes your business needs. Gary Vaynerchuk has a brand new program, $50,000 for 16 weeks. Yeah, you heard it. Not per year, for 16 weeks with Gary Vaynerchuk and team. Hotel employees share the 7 red flags to look for when checking into a hotel. That's going to be good. Always love hearing from Seth Godin. He has a brand new email called The Bitterness Loop, brand new email topic in his email newsletter that he sends up just about every day, except for Saturday and Sunday. How much does Salesforce cost? A breakdown of its small business plans. ZipRecruiter's new tool will quickly match and schedule an intro call with potential candidates. I have a different side of that I wanted to touch on. And from our friends at Every.2, why generalists own the future. Again, welcome to the Rundown with Ramon. Glad you're here today on an exciting journey with me. So let's get started right now in the Rundown with Ramon. And by the way, how's your day going so far? If today's going great for you, and you're joining the Rundown with Ramon through a great day, then that's fantastic. But maybe the Rundown with Ramon, you're not feeling so well today. You're not doing so good today, and you're joining the Rundown with Ramon in a day of aloneness. Well, I hope by the end of the Rundown with Ramon today, you'll feel just a bit better. But with that, shall we begin? We got a lot to cover today on the Rundown with Ramon. You can get to know me better at RamonRay.com. Definitely check us out at zoneofgenius.com. Right now, zoneofgenius.com. Sign up for our email newsletter and more, and you can get to know me better at RamonRay.com. So let's jump in without further ado. Ding, 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 ding. The undoing of New York nightlife's lawyer king. Interesting article, sad article. And I'm going to unpack this a bit. And the essence of the article is as follows. New York Times writes about how there's a gentleman, Saul Strazulo, made a flashy career of representing minor celebrities and those in their orbit. His own affluence was a facade. So he was a Brooklyn lawyer, a legal king of New York, it says here. Big client list of nightclub proprietors and disc jockeys, B-level, as it were, people. But then he was charged with stealing more than $1 million from clients last September. The indictment stunned friends, it says here, and he was living this life, but in August, it all came to an end because then he was found dead in his black Fiat convertible just days before he was due back in court. I'm not going to go into the details of his story, people, but I wanted to unpack this and let you know this and share this from my heart. The flash and glamour and money and all that, it only can mean so much. It does enable us to get all the things, and that's good. Yes, it enables us to get all the nice things that we want. Having nice things is not bad. I want to live well, and I want my cup of Cafe Bustelo, which is premium coffee, sure. But don't do that at the expense of your mental health, at the expense of your spiritual health, at the expense of the relationships with your friends and family. Those things are what last. Those things are important, and we have a choice in that. So as I'm reading the story of this sad story, the undoing of New York nightlife's lawyer king, Sal Strazulo, most of us do want to be liked. Most of us do want to feel important. Most of us do want to feel special, but I beg you, be careful of the facade. Be careful, I beg you, Lewis Global. Be careful, Andaminians. Be careful, Herrick. Be careful of doing any of these things at the expense of your soul and at the expense of your relationships. It doesn't make sense for you to end your life in an untimely way or build bad relationships at the expense of having all the nice things. Even though having all the nice things is good, don't do it at the expense of other important things. Again, everybody, welcome to the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. These types of people are the secret superheroes your business needs. What are the superheroes that your business needs, writes Siobhan Christian, an entrepreneur, wondering here, what are the types your business needs? And what Siobhan writes is this: combining creativity with entrepreneurship is emerging as a powerful driver for innovation and business growth, validated by studies and top CEOs. Creative entrepreneurs bridging the gap between visionary ideas and practical business execution are proving invaluable for fostering empathy, efficiency, and improved collaboration within companies. Embedding creative talent in leadership roles is not just beneficial, but necessary for organizations aiming to excel in today's competitive market, leading to superior financial performance and shareholder returns. Sometimes we think that leaders only should know math or numbers or this, that, or the other. Thank you for that vote of confidence, that thumbs up. But I think what Siobhan is telling us is that indeed we need creativity, Mika. We need creativity. It's important as well. In our leaders, if they're just analytical people, where's the human dimension? Where's the human element? Where are the people that can create the next Legos? The people to create the next Tesla? It takes creativity, and it's okay to have in leadership positions creative people. Airbnb CEO Brian Chesky once asked, of the 500 companies in the Fortune 500, how many of them are run by creative people? He noted that he might be one of the only Fortune 500 CEOs who's a designer by trade. And his creative advantage, honed through his design background, shapes how he runs the $88 billion global home sharing enterprise. Creativity in the bottom line. A study by the global management consulting firm McKinsey and Company established a quantitative measure of creativity to examine the relationship between creativity and business performance. Check this out. The results of that study showed that creativity is strongly correlated with superior business performance, specifically better financial performance, innovation, and growth. Listen, I'll talk about myself and my own journey. I'm not the smartest cookie in the room. Math is not my strong point. I'm not very analytical. I'm not very detailed. But I must say, the creative side of my brain, the creative side of how I roll and what I do, that's enabled me in many ways to be who I am today and to build events and things. It depends on what you want to do. Hey, Alexandria, glad you're here today, Alexandria, on the Rundown with Ramon. Thanks for being here. So as you're looking at staff, as you're looking at teams, you're looking for those who can up-level your business. Look towards the creative people. Don't leave them out. In fact, embrace them and make sure they're a big part of your team. Jensen, make sure they're a big part of your team. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. Hotel employees share the 7 red flags to look for when checking into a hotel. I travel around the world. I've been to many, many hotels, and I'm telling you, when you check into a hotel, make sure the hotel you're checking into is a good hotel, especially to you ladies, because very few ladies are predators in the way of attacking men. It's most of the men who are physically predatory towards ladies. So ladies, especially, your safety is paramount important. So here's some things from Business Insider, some red flags that they say to look at as you're checking into a hotel. 1, empty parking lots may signal that the hotel isn't a popular option. Zine Brittle. So, hey, if you go to a hotel and the parking lots are kind of empty, you may want to reconsider. Maybe that hotel is not the right hotel for you. 2nd, a lack of available luggage carts or assistance indicates poor hospitality. Now, every hotel is different. Hey, Dana. Dana is here. Dana Cox. Glad you're here, Dana. Every hotel is different. Some hotels are smaller hotels and they don't have room service and valet service and all the nice things that you may want. However, and they may not have luggage carts, but I think there's an interesting blend here. You go to a hotel and it kind of looks not decimated, but it looks kind of empty. You want to be careful. If you're going to a hotel and it's not an Airbnb, you want a hotel that's popping and they got people in it. Let's look at another red flag here. Light bulbs out in common areas exemplify a lack of detail and care. Yeah, when I'm going to a hotel and the lights are flickering, tick, 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 That's a sign. The hotel manager every day should do a walk around and staff and see if things are not in order. They should be swiftly and quickly put in order. So that's an important part to consider. A lack of response to pre-arrival inquiries is a major red flag. Before you get to the hotel and you got a question or two, you hit them up via their contact us form, their email form, what have you, and you don't get any kind of response, well, that could be no bueno. That could be a sign the hotel may not be very attentive to guest needs. What else is here? An accumulation of dust and dirt in entryways displays an overall lack of cleanliness. Now, this to me is a big no bueno, a big no. I get to the hotel, X stink bombs is in the house. I get to the hotel and it's dirty. That's a major turnoff. A proper hotel should charge the right amount to have a cleaning staff on a regular basis that's vacuuming and cleaning the walls and areas that even you can't see. There should not be an accumulation of dust all over the hotel. I mean, really, that's the real deal. So what to do? I keep hitting the wrong little button here. Those of you who are streaming here watching the slides go by here. Sorry about that. Next up, how your bed is made can speak to the quality of housekeeping. Now, me, I don't have housekeeping coming to my room. I just like cleaning my room myself. I don't like housekeeping in my room. I just don't like it most of the time. However, if you had housekeeping in your room and housekeeping comes into your room and they do a poor job, well, does that reflect poorly on the hotel? I would think it does. So those are a few things to consider as you're going into a hotel and you want to know if it's good or not. How your bed is made can speak to the quality of housekeeping. To not requesting identification, by the way, not requesting identification upon arrival, that is not a good thing as well. The cleanliness of the hotel, dust and dirt, if there's a lot of it, it's not a good hotel. A lack of response to pre-arrival inquiries is a major red flag. Light bulbs out in common areas, lack of luggage carts, and of course, empty parking lots. These could all be signs, Deanna, that your hotel you're checking into is no bueno and not so good. Again, if you have joined, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. All we ask is for a little bit of your time to give you the top things you need to know to live your best life or start or grow your business. Get to know me better at RamonRay.com. Get to know me better at ZoneOfGenius.com. Sign up to our email newsletter. Let's keep moving forward here on the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. Seth Godin, as only he can do, writes about the bitterness loop. And Seth Godin says this: spoiled leads to bitter. A sense of entitlement is a trap because why? Bitterness demands more evidence and seeks to maintain dominance over the other emotions. Bitterness can jack you up. When we're busy looking for reasons to be bitter, we're not taking the time to do generative work to connect and to find opportunities to make things better. These are the enemies of bitterness. It's easy to make bitterness worse by seeking more reasons to be bitter. Wow, that's a gem. Bitterness is often the thing that holds us back. Bitterness is often the thing that prevents us from going forward. Bitterness is often the thing that stops us from advancing to be the best person we can be. It's bitterness. Bitterness is often the thing to stop us from getting to where we need to be in life. And I encourage you, if you're having bitterness, if you're holding bitterness, do your best to let it go, to forgive and let go. And maybe the bitterness you have, in fact, you may find is unwarranted because maybe the thing that was done to you was either deserved or the thing that was done to you was not deserved. But you need to have empathy and maybe know why they did it or let go. Or maybe it was totally terrible what they did. But just for the sake of your own peace, you want to decide to let it go. Come on, I got a nugget today, Dana. Thank you so much. Dana agrees. Dana agrees indeed. So I encourage you, you're walking around with bitterness and you think that it's going to hurt somebody else. Bitterness, as you've heard probably before, is like drinking poison and waiting for somebody else to drop dead. It doesn't work that way. Precious is in the house. Nugget, popularized by my coach, our coach, Lamar Tyler. Thank you, Precious, for being here. So I encourage you to let go of the bitterness that many of us are holding on to. Thank you, Deanna, for jumping in there. Letting go is the only option. Ding, 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 ding. How much does Salesforce cost? A breakdown of its small business plans. Usually I don't cover specific products, but I saw this on Forbes. Forbes recommends it. Again, they get a little cut when they sell this, but Salesforce is a very popular CRM software. And the bigger issue is not so much as how much the Salesforce costs, which is about $25 per user, but you can add on to it depending on what other things that you want. But the question here, one thing, it says Salesforce Starter Suite, pros, account, contact, lead, and opportunity management, cons, lacks AI tools, goes on and on and on about Salesforce. But here's the thing, it's not so much about Salesforce. What all small businesses need if we're going to grow is a system to understand who our customers are, who our potential customers are, how we can follow up with them, how we can contact them, and how we can continue to serve them. This is what it takes. If you're running your business on the back of a napkin, if you're running your business with a 3M sticky note, it's not enough. It's not scalable. And I encourage you, leverage the power of CRM, customer relationship management, and for that matter, marketing automation. As our friends at Keep say, small business automation in your business, the only way to scale. I love what Alexandria said here. I always say that about drinking poison. Praying for the person that angers you helps remove disdain from your heart. Alexandria, so true. We all want to feel appreciated. We all want to feel good. We all want to feel validated. Nobody wants something bad to happen to us. And having bitterness is natural. But we have a choice. Do we let it go or not? Again, my name is Ramon Ray, bringing you the rundown with Ramon. We talk about life. We talk about business. We talk about the spirit, soul, body, health, and more, all to help you live your best life or start or grow your business. And for those of you who don't have a customer relationship management solution, for those of you who are not using software, CRM, for that matter, you're not using financial software, you need to consider using these tools and see how they can help your business grow. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. I'm glad to see Precious and Alexandria and Dana and Deanna and others here on the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. ZipRecruiter's new tool will quickly match and schedule an intro call with potential candidates. Interesting here, but here's the gem. The gem that I want to bring out is not so much ZipRecruiter's new tool, but two things. More and more companies are leveraging and embedding AI into their product offerings. So my question to you, are you embracing and leveraging AI in your business? That's question number one. But my point number two, be careful. Those of you who are looking for jobs, those of you who are looking to be hired, the bots are even more so going to be all up in your business. No longer is it some algorithm that's using it. And maybe they were using AI, but now that AI is here, companies are going to be adding AI onto the traditional levers that they already had. So ZipRecruiter is using AI to match and schedule an intro call with potential candidates. They're doing it fast. Scott Simons is here in the house. What's up, brother? So absolutely, my point to you is you should be leveraging the power of AI in your business. I use it all the time. I have a Claude is in my tab right now. AI helps us with our podcast. I use rev.com and Claude. On the other hand, make sure you're not missing out on the human connections that are so important, the human relations that are so important. Don't miss out on that. I have a talk called Human Connections in a Digital World, How to Be More Human in a Digital World. I encourage you to consider that. How can we not miss the human element that is still ever so important in our businesses, in our lives? Are we still shaking a hand, sending a thank you card, being kind, smiling, being nice, being empathetic, leaving a voice message? leaving a Facebook message, leaving a WhatsApp message, leaving a text to let somebody know that we care and that we're thinking about them. So when I saw this thing from ZipRecruiter, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. But yeah, for job applicants, it may get tougher and tougher and tougher. I love this. Alexandra is saying this. Thanks, Alexandra, for being here. 100% leveraging AI has increased my effectiveness. Yeah, AI is powerful. It helps with all kinds of things. I use it for my podcast, and depending on what you're doing, you can use it in manufacturing. I wonder if Carter Myers Automotive, Scott Simons, is using AI in his dealerships yet. I'm sure he is to some degree. And for many of us, we don't have to use AI directly, but AI is going to be embedded into many of the tools that we already use. Wise Williams Word has joined here as well. Thanks for being here today. So ZipRecruiter's using AI. Should you be? Hey everybody, again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is The Rundown with Ramon. Get to know me better at RamonRay.com. Get to know us better at ZoneOfGenius.com. Let's keep moving forward on The Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. Why generalists own the future. This is from our friends at Every.2. Trying to be a generalist is the worst professional mistake you can make right now. Everyone in the world is getting access to basic competence in every white-collar skill. Your skill stack will cost $30 a month for anyone to use in 3 to 5 years. That's a common refrain, and that's a reasonable point, says this writer. In the age of AI, generalists own the future, though. So what are generalists? Generalists are usually curious people who like to hop around from domain to domain. They enjoy figuring things out, especially in areas that are uncertain or new. These are the people who you want to hire. These are the people you want on your team. Young people, listen to me. You can be a specialist in computational theory to get to the moon. But if you don't have a broad set of skills, and most importantly, you don't know how to ask the right questions, the generalist will beat you every time. Hey, what's up, Gilbert? Glad you're here. What's up, Blue? Glad you're here. Yes, we need specialists in SEO, specialists in AI, specialists in technology, specialists in biology, specialists in how the brain functions to be doctors. Yes, I get it. Specialists in sales, but don't lose sight of being a generalist and know how to ask the right questions. Kind environments, interestingly enough, are where AI shines. AI is like having 10,000 PhDs available at your fingertips. How to use it, though? To understand the right question to ask. This is the point. Generalists have been out of style since at least the time of Adam Smith, who popularized the notion of specialization and division of labor. There was a time in economics, I guess, where there was a division of labor, there was specialty that was important. And that may have a role. However, as time has passed, and life in Athens became more economically, socially, politically, militarily advanced, the society of generalists began to fissure. Progress equals complexity, and complexity requires specialization. Got it. But as AI becomes more capable now of specialized tasks, we might see a return to the Greek idea of the well-rounded citizen. It's an interesting point, and I think we should all tell this to our young people. Specialization is good, but how do you think I'm able to publish 8 books, do the rundown with Ramon, come here and broadcast this to you, do a podcast, host an event, produce an event, sell? It's because I also have the skills of being a generalist. And this is what you, James, need. This is what you need, Gilbert. And others, talking to myself or to you, Alexander, to you, Scott, to you, Precious. Specialization is good. But in today's age where all of us have access to the same knowledge, it's those who can ask the right questions and adapt that will win in the end. Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is The Rundown with Ramon, and I'm so glad you're here today. You can get to know me better at RamonRay.com. We'll end on this. Gene Marks, my friend, writes 8 great business apps that won't be around in the future. Gene Marks is a smart guy. It's not these applications aren't good. It's just Darwinism. Otter, a great application that uses AI to monitor meetings. But guess what? Otter by itself, it's going to go because Zoom and Microsoft Teams is building it in there. Profile Pickmaker. There are countless AI apps that promise to take a standard photo of any person and turn them into Brad Pitt. But it happens. I point that Profile Pickmaker because it's one of the best. But guess what? It's going to be built into a camera. Edify, another great AI platform that takes long videos from YouTube and summarizes them. But guess what? YouTube is going to embed that in to its own platform. And I can go on and on and on. And I think the point here that's being made is that be careful relying on individual AI apps and building your whole business on them, because eventually these AI apps are going to go away because they'll be embedded in the software we all use. I wrote that today actually on zoneofgenius.com. Listen, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. I'm glad you're here with us today. If you're enjoying this insight, get to know me better, follow us at zoneofgenius.com. My encouragement for you today is to be clear on what you really, really, really want. Be clear on what you really, really want, because the more clear you are, the better it is. Ask yourself, do you want to be in business even? Are you hungry enough to get where you want to be? Are you hungry enough to adapt and be the person God's intended you to be? Are you hungry enough for that? Your price is like premium, or are you the cheapest vendor out there? Your mindset is everything. That will be the game changer, the differentiation between success or failure. And last but not least, I want you to ask yourself, what do you do best? My name is Ramon Ray. This has been the Rundown with Ramon. Go out and tell somebody they matter. James, you matter. Gilbert, you matter. Alexandria, you matter. Scott Simons, you matter. Precious, you matter. Dana, you matter. Glad you're here today on the Rundown with Ramon. We need you. Go tell somebody else that they're special. Go tell somebody else they're important. Go make a difference in the world. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. I'll see you at zoneofgenius.com or get to know me better at ramonray.com. Thanks for being here today. Be blessed.